It's me, Liz Yuille, from Old Stables Crafts, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, based in the UK, working across the UK, France, Germany, Austria and the Netherlands. Hello! Right, so it's Tuesday. My brain is scrambled for a whole host of reasons. Not least of all, we've just had a 4-day bank holiday in the UK, which was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. The weather was so kind, certainly where we were. The forecast was appalling for Saturday and Sunday, but it stayed fine. There was a deluge at about 7:30, 8 o'clock-ish in the evening on Sunday, bearing in mind we had the parade through the village at noon and the forecast was that it was going to be raining then. We were very lucky, but it means my brain is completely scrambled. Plus, finally, we have exchanged contracts on my father's house. Phew. And we're supposed to complete the sale next Tuesday. So hopefully next week I'll be able to tell you it's all done and we can finally put it all behind us. I have my lovely Stampin' Up! Drinks thing, First Quencher, which anyone can order. It's available for customers as well as demonstrators. This is the Tahitian Tide one. They come in all the in colours, so Sweet Sorbet, Starry Sky, I said it right, Orchid Oasis, yes, and Parakeet Party, yes, as well as Tahitian Tide, obvs. So let's see if we have anyone with us. We do. We have Kathy from Texas. Lorna, good morning. Lorna's just had her anniversary with the team. Hello, Helen from a cold and rainy Michigan. And Kay, good morning to you too. So today in South Oxfordshire, it's actually quite sunny. The forecast is for it to stay basically nice today. Apparently there's a possibility of showers this afternoon, but that aside, I'm not looking at that for the moment. There was a tropical storm that was in Florida and apparently it's coming across to the UK now. So yes, it might be a little windy, but it's coming across on the jet stream. The jet stream's doing funny things at the moment. It's not where it should be for this time of the year. But anyway, quick sip of this and then we might actually get started. So let me flip the camera down and Karen is joining us from a wet and cold Victoria. A tropical 10 degrees centigrade. Oh, that's chilly. Oh, that's so chilly. Not good. Hello, Karen. Oh, so while I remember a number of things, in no particular order, I have just launched for those on my newsletter, my new class kit. This is for UK viewers only, I'm afraid. Ultimately, the instructions will go up on my website for people to buy, but this is for UK viewers first. And team members, I will be sending out a team newsletter with the reduced price for the kit. So I'm using Abigail Rose Sweet, and these are the cards that I have come up with. I'm really pleased with how they've turned out. I don't know why I should sound surprised, but I'm really pleased with them. So those are they. And as I say, the newsletter went out yesterday. I will be posting on social media generally with a link to the newsletter, so if you want to buy it you can, but use the PayPal button. It's one of those weird things that we can put PayPal buttons in newsletters because they're an email, but we can't put them on our websites, go figure. But we can put a link to the newsletter in which there is a PayPal button. Don't ask. So that's the first thing. Really pretty. Thank you, Lorna. They are so pretty. You know when things just fall together, right? Hello, Jan from Florida. So that's the first thing. The other thing, and I know Lorna has already been very kind on this. So fingers crossed, come the 4th of July this year, I will still be a breast cancer survivor. I say fingers crossed because things can go pear-shaped at any time. So it will be my 10th anniversary on the 4th of July this year. And that's the 10th anniversary of my diagnosis. I know I'm not American, but could we not have chosen a better date? Not one that is just so obvious. You know, the 3rd or the 5th would have been harder to remember. Anyhow, to mark the occasion and to raise funds for a local charity that is doing national work for breast cancer, well, global work really, for not only a vaccine for breast cancer, or to stop breast cancer, but also they're looking into treatments and cures for secondary breast cancer. Secondary cancers are always terminal. You can still live for many years afterwards. A dear friend of mine who was diagnosed shortly before I was, she was then diagnosed with terminal cancer very soon afterwards, and she's with us. She's doing fantastically. But this particular charity is working to find a cure as opposed to treatments. There's lots of treatments. So on the 4th of July, I'm having my head shaved for charity. There's a link if anyone would like to do. Hello, Shani. If anyone would like to support this mad idea I've got, there's a link below to my Just Giving page. If you're a UK taxpayer, then you can do gift aid as well. So yes, it seemed like a really good idea until I went to print. Now I don't know. I've started with a £500 target, which I'm very close to hitting, thanks in no small part to an anonymous donation of £200. I kid you not. So anyway, so that will be the 4th of July. So after the 4th of July, I will be looking a little short-haired. But my hair grows like a weed, so it's going to be fine. But enough of that. Now I'm going to remind you that wherever you are in the Stamping Up world, we currently have a buy one, get 50% off offer for all of our kits in the kit collection, which means if you are a customer, if you put 2 kits into, or any even number of kits into your shopping cart, the most expensive will be discounted by 50%. And yes, you did hear me right. It is the most expensive one that will get discounted. Oh, Jan, I'm sorry you lost both your parents to cancer. I have to say both my parents had cancer when they died, but they didn't die of it. Hello, Steffi. My father had a form of leukemia and my mother had breast cancer. She was diagnosed shortly after me. That's not what took her. It was basically just getting old that took her. But yeah, cancer is horrible. And I have to say, the reason I've decided to have my head shaved is because I cold capped during my chemotherapy. 6 months of lovely chemotherapy, and I kept most of my hair, so it feels right that I should have my head shaved for this. So we have in our Robo kit, yes, so if you're a customer, the most expensive kit that you put in your shopping cart will be discounted by 50%, and you can do any multiple of 2. And if you're a demonstrator, do remember that you need to put them into our ordering system, the right order, which is least expensive, most expensive, least expensive, most expensive, and do then check that the right ones have been discounted. I say this because I got it wrong. So yes, easy for customers, slightly more complicated for demonstrators. So we get 2 stamping spots. This is the robot kit, which has only just come into stock in Europe. I know in the US or North America it's been around for months and may not now be in stock. Hello, Jan. Is your husband shaving his head to support also? No, he's not. He thinks I'm mad. In fact, shows how much I do the... Well, we didn't do love, honour and obey. We just did love and honour. Actually, did I say obey? I might have said obey. Anyway, he banned me from doing it. And I said, yeah, that's not going to happen. Hello, John. Tuesday night. Oh, cold Tuesday night. And it's Chris, not John. Yes, I know, and I keep forgetting. So hello, Chris, on a cold Tuesday night. So yes, I'm using the robot kit. My brain is somewhere else. I have to say, the shock of having actually exchanged contracts on Father's house is just too much. So we get a nice little stamp set so we can build robots, and we've got Let's Be Friends, Happy Birthday, and 2 sets of cogs, a bow tie, as well as our robots. We get a Bermuda Bay and a pumpkin pie stamping spot, which I automatically put in my drawer so that I've got those for things like gifts and taking on holiday and things. And then if I can get them out, it's the kit. So obviously we get the box, which I have to say I used for my afternoon tea catalogue launch. I put my tea into those boxes to send them out because that was quite a cute idea. So let's have a look what's in the kit. As you can tell, I have not opened it yet. There are a couple of new kits that are now available in Europe that have been available elsewhere, but not here. What is not currently available in the UK is the magnetic notice board. I don't know when it's going to be back, if it's going to be back, but it was one of the more expensive kits, so I think people have ordered it. But it's a great time to get kits for presents for people. So we've got googly eyes. One of those googly eyes has slipped, but that's fine. So we've got googly eyes in each of the 5 colours that are in the kit, which is Balmy Blue, Night of Navy, Bermuda Bay, Granny Apple Green and Pumpkin Pie. Don't know why I'm hesitating because I've got the ink pads there. So we've got googly eyes. We have a block. So if you're gifting this to someone who doesn't have a block, we've got a block. Again, I always put those to one side. We have envelopes which look to be all the same. So they're striped on the outside in Balmy Blue, and they are cogs on the inside in Night of Navy. Then we've got card bases, 3 designs. So we've got Bermuda Bay with a light self stripe. This is Balmy Blue with cogs, again very faint. And then this is Granny Apple Green with Balmy Blue clouds. So you get 3 of each, and you get enough to make 3 of each of the cards. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 which of these, which are just card mats, layers, which I'm guessing will go on the Bermuda Bay and the Balmy Blue cogs. And then we've got sticker sheets. Oh, sticker sheets. Oh, these lovely. Look at these borders. They're just adorable. I know this is aimed at kids, but really, seriously, these are adorable. That's catching the light, sorry. So yes, it's a real build your own robot. Then we've got tags in Pumpkin Pie, Bermuda Bay and Night of Navy, 2 sets of those, and dimensionals. Don't need glue dots for these because we've got stickers, we don't need glue dots. And then we've got destructions. I noticed that Kylie and Bruno Bertucci used this kit earlier in the week. They used both of the new kits earlier in the week, and they called them destructions as well. I've always called them destructions because I think it's just hysterical. The colours are, and I know I've said this, but just so we know, Balmy Blue, Bermuda Bay, Granny Apple Green, Night of Navy and Pumpkin Pie. Now, this is what the destructions look like. So you get a set of picture destructions for each of the cards. Some of them are stamped and some of them are stickers. and by when I say some of them are stickers, they all have a stamped element. Hello, Jenny. They all have a stamped element, but some of them are built from stickers. So card 1, for example, is built using the stickers, and then there's just the one stamped element. And you've got little pictures of googly eyes and dimensionals. So if it's a hexagon, yeah, hexagon, had to check my Latin for a moment there, then it's a dimensional. As I say, there are no glue dots in this one, so it's easy. This one is mostly stamped with a few additions of stickers and some googly eyes, and then again this one is stamped with a few additions of stickers. So I'm going to start with card 1. Strange. I'm going to see how we go. I do want to make a... Hello, Karen from New Hampshire. I do want to make an alternative card as well, just using the stamps. So we'll see how we go, but we'll start with card 1 and see how we get on. So card 1, what it doesn't show you particularly well is which card base, but it is the cogs. So I need a cog, I need a layer, I am going to need the sticker sheet, don't need the envelopes particularly at the moment, and I will need googly eyes and dimensionals. I will probably use my own dimensionals. I like to keep the smaller Chloe's unmentionables, absolutely. I like to keep the dimensionals, the smaller packs for travelling. Again, now I'm sorry, I'm pernickety. We've got pips, so I'm going to have to take the pips off because these are printed in sheets and then die cut and then broken out of the die cut. They're going to have pips, and I don't like pips, particularly on the card base. So I'm just going round the edge of my card and just cutting them off. Very easy to do, and if you're not pernickety like me, don't worry, you don't have to do it. Right, okay, so I need no I don't, I need Bermuda Bay. I've got my Bermuda Bay here. I need Let's Be Friends, so let's get a little block and the Let's Be Friends. Now these are photopolymer, these stamps, so you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the finish off. Just rub it on the back of your hand or with a good white eraser just to take that finish off, give it a key for stamping. And that is then going to be stamped onto one of our little Bermuda Bay speech bubbles, which has got pips on. No pips on stickers, absolutely. That really would be awful, Lorna. Can you imagine taking pips off stickers? Oh, it would be. I'm now checking, but there are no pips on the stickers. Yay! Right, so I've got my... I don't actually need the card base just yet. I've got my mat, I've got my speech bubble, I've got my Bermuda Bay ink pad. I am going to bring in, and this is a recommendation from Stampin' Up, that just check that your stamp is, you know, working how it should be by using the cardboard that comes in the kit, and it's fine. And it also gives it a little bit of a cushion. I have a full silicone sheet under my grid paper, which helps anyway, but yeah. Hello, Leslie, from a cold 6 degrees in Sydney. Good grief. I suppose it is the evening there, but even so, that is cold. Am I right in thinking that the east coast of Australia is having unseasonably cold weather? I mean, I know it's autumn with you, but 6 degrees seems very cold for Sydney. Or maybe I just have this idea that Sydney's always sunny and warm. I don't know. I mean, I certainly have that idea for most of Australia, which is clearly wrong, but... So, there's my Let's Be Friends. That's all the stamping I need to do. Now I need, on my piece here, I need to build my robots. So I need one of these. So that goes roughly, maybe up a little bit, roughly there. I'm putting his feet on a roughly the third line. 8 degrees in Melbourne. I know it's, is it winter? I thought it was autumn now. You are having an unseasonable cold snap, Karen. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, so that's one body. Then get the other body, which is this one up here. I always thought that winter was kind of, oh, I suppose it is. It's July. It's June, isn't it? So June, July, August is your winter? It's coldest start of winter for 33 years. Okay, so I haven't completely lost my marbles. I am almost, I mean, I'm kind of there or thereabouts with my thought process. Right, so there's my two bodies, and then we can put heads on them. So this one goes on here, like that. And this one goes on here, like that. And then we put googly eyes on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we've got 50 eyes, which means 25 individual robots worth of googly eyes. Lots. Right. Now they've got Night of Navy there. I'm going to use Bermuda Bay. Now the thing seems to be that you use a large and a small. So let's use a large and a small. This is a large, and small. So this is, as I say, Bermuda Bay googly eyes. Now I'll say it because it's just in my head. It does mean it's going to be a large letter to send because these are thicker than dimensionals. So if you're in the UK, this is extra postage. Just saying. Now what's lovely about this is that you've got masses of extra bits. So we've got double the number of speech bubbles, which does mean you've got something to, you know, if you go wrong. We've got 2 sheets of stickers, but each sheet has more robots than you need, is my perception of, oh, maybe not. No, I take it back, maybe not. No, we've got far more because all the others are stamped. So you've got lots of robots to make, lots and lots. So if you've got small people who like robots, they can use robot stickers till the cows come home. Right, so we put unmentionables, just for Chloe, unmentionables on the back of this. Now they put one in each corner. I am going to put one in the middle as well. I may even put extras on because it's not as thick as basic white. So I'm just checking for any new chat, and there isn't any at the moment, which is fine. So I'm going to put on extra dimensionals. That may mean that you need extra dimensionals over and above what's in the kit. I haven't done the maths on that yet. So this is ready for our card base. Let's get the card base ready before we actually stick it to the grid paper. Oh, and if you haven't seen it, this is the new in colour grid paper. This is obviously the Sweet Sorbet version. So there's that, and then this gets 2 dimensionals on the back. apparently, or indeed a funny little corner. And a dimensional. As I have a funny little corner, I might as well use it. Your kittens are climbing up the jumper that your cavalier is wearing. Okay! That sounds like you're going to have fun. Oh, I've just seen another Pip. Pip! Pip warning. Right, so let's be friends. There we go. So there is our first card. And we can obviously get it ready to go in its envelope. Isn't that cute? So let's try the second card. We're on a roll, peeps. We need lots of stamps for this one. So let's take the cover off there. And we can put Let's Be Friends back. Let me just get out my cleaner. Oh, dry. Don't just wet it, dry it too. Daisy doesn't give a hoot. Well, that's fair enough then. So long as Daisy is happy, that's really what matters. Right, so we need all of our robots. So we need all our robots and a sentiment. I must clean my stamp blocks. My blocks, not my stamps, my blocks. So these are C blocks and this is an B block. The block you get with the kit is equivalent of a D. And then I will use a D for the happy birthday, which I always put on. I always put sentiments on crooked, especially if they are my brain, especially if they are red rubber. It's slightly easier if you've got photopolymer because you can at least see whether they're straight, but otherwise you tend to get, or certainly I do, I tend to get transfixed by what the block is looking like, so I make the block straight, not the sentiment. So just giving these all a key. And yes, my back of my hand is going a little red. Probably should have used my eraser. Hey-ho. Right, I need another one of these. And this is going on the Bermuda Bay card base. So we are going to start in the middle and work out. So I've got my, no, it's not that one. I want this one with the hands going up and down in pumpkin pie. And again, I am going to grab my piece of card. I think I re-inked my pumpkin pie recently and didn't do a very good job of it. Just saying. Oh no! You found your kitten's milk teeth in your spaniel's ears. Good heavens. Good heavens. Right, so that's stamping perfectly. So let's get started. But yeah, I don't think I squished my ink around properly. So bear with me while I do that with my stamp. Right, so this needs to go in the middle, and again I'm going to be a little bit up from the bottom, half an inch, inch and a half, 1.5 centimeters or thereabouts. So let's stamp that down, and then we are going to add some stickers as well. So that's that. Then we need a head. Like that. So that's all my pumpkin pie. It's like swinging on her ears. Okay. And what did she think? Like, what did your spaniel think of that? We had a Welsh Springer Spaniel, and I really don't know that she would have put up with that. Just saying. Right, so this is our next robot. Oh, do remember that if you're enjoying watching, thumbs up's always fun. The algorithm likes it a lot. And if you're watching on replay, again, thumbs up is always appreciated. But do remember that if you've got a question, you can ask those by leaving a comment below the description bar, and I will then get back to you. If all you want to say is, gosh, they're cute, why didn't I order them? That's fine too. I will still reply and say, yes, why didn't you order them? So those are our basic robots. We need a Knight of Navy tag, word bubble, and then pumpkin pie for the sentiment. I will de-pip it in a moment. Just want to get my stamping done. Don't you love photopolymer stamps? Oh, yes, she may well have thought that they were hers, Lorna. Right, so that's all my stamping done. I need my sticker sheet. Let's use the one that I've already opened. We need some googly eyes, which are going on our 2 Bermuda Bay robots. So I'll use their colour suggestion, which is balmy blue over here. I love googly eyes. We had googly eyes for Halloween a few years ago. They were great fun. And Knight of Navy. That one's a bit, well, this one's very googly. The joy with googly eyes, of course, is they don't need to be completely straight. So if your small people aren't very dexterous yet, it doesn't matter if they go on a bit offset, because that's, after all, the whole point. But they are so cute. Right, okay. We need one of these stickers to go in the middle of our pumpkin pie robot. So let's go slightly in from the edge. Like that. And then we want a bow tie for one of our robots. This one gets a bow tie. Now obviously you can make both of them boy robots, or you can have girl robots with bow ties. I mean, you know. Right. Bum pum pum. Right. So dimensionals, card base. So dimensionals. 2. I must de-pip before I get much older. 1, 2, 3, 4. That finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Card base, and it's the, where have I hidden my card bases? You've buried them for me, haven't you? Oh, there they are. So it's the Bermuda Bay card base. Obviously I'm going to de-pip it. So I have got, as well as doing my sponsored head shave, I know, mad woman that I am, I'm working on the premise my hair grows really quickly. It doesn't grow very long. Even if I leave it, it doesn't grow very long, but it does grow quickly. But it still feels like it was a bit mad to do it. But anyway, hey ho. So as well as that, I will also be doing an extra class in July, which will be specifically to help raise more funds, and I'll be doing other stuff to help. It would be very good for Father's Day, Shani. It would, you're right. Sorry, I don't put that into my brain anymore, obviously. But no, you are right. Just change the sentiment, or put no sentiment on at all, and just write on the inside, Happy Father's Day to the best father in the world, and all that stuff. But yes, perfect. Now we've got lines, so it makes lining things up kind of easy. And then our birthday. Is that reasonably square? No, it's not at all. It's not at all square. Thank you. That's better. So that's our second card, so we can pop that one to the side. We're doing very well, and I think I still might have time to do my Let's Make It Up As I Go Along card. Right, so this time we're mixing up our robot heads and tails, so I need to clean this head because we're going to use it, but with Bermuda Bay. Actually, while I'm at it, I might as well clean the other ones that I'm not going to be using. Of course, I need Let's Be Friends again. Right. I've thrown them somewhere really sensible. Oh, there they are. So we don't need Happy Birthday. There is a bow tie stamp as well, so it's not just stickers. Hello, debtor. Not debtor. Debt. Did you know that you are one of the 13 new demonstrators in the UK who signed up in April? Our team, and by our team I'm going all the letters because Det is one of Lorna's team member. So between my level 2 and my directs, out of 13 new demonstrators that signed up in April, 3 were the sunflowers. Yay! So yes, we must be doing something right, eh? Some of them were rejoiners. I know I always say that you can, you don't have to worry if you don't hang around. You can always drop and rejoin. Well, you can. But yes, I was thrilled when I saw that this morning. Okay, I'm going to leave this flat because it's so much easier stamping onto something flat than something wafting in the breeze. I'm going to start with the legs, and I need Bermuda Bay. Don't need that. I think we should call your head shave. Oh, I love the as a Liz D. Pipping. Oh, Karen, that's hysterical. Oh, I love it. Yes, me D. Pipping. Thank you, Deborah. I'm glad you think they're cute. That's going to keep a smile on my face for a while. I'll have to remember that when the time comes. I'm not having my head shaved, I'm having it depipped. Right, so there's our body, and let's add our head. So as I say, this is a different head from the one we used with the body last time. So that's our robot. This is a really quick card. Really quick. So we need an orange speech bubble, which I am going to depip or shave, depending on how you... Oh, that is hysterical. Watch me being depipped. So yes, my hairdresser is doing it for me. So I'm not just letting someone loose with a razor. Apparently there will be at least 2 razors used. or shavers. Yes, it really is. Wonderful idea. De-pipping. Okay, so we need dimensionals on the back of this. I have dimensionals, they're just in the wrong place. There we go. So 2 dimensionals, because it's 2-dimensional. In fact, the 2 dimensionals will make it 3-dimensional. Yeah, sorry. Obviously, time I went for a nap. Or time I had more coffee, one or the other. Right, so granny apple green googly eyes. The only ones that they don't instruct us to use, but obviously we can use whenever we want, are the pumpkin pie eyes. From the look of it, I don't think I've missed. Nope. So the pumpkin pie eyes will be, if you follow the colour scheme, you will be left with all of the pumpkin pie eyes. But obviously you can mix it up however you want. Sticker sheet. So we want this flower over here. And a little blue flower over here. And a coggy flower, blue coggy flower over here. And that is our card. How easy is that? It's perfect. So let's just have a quick recap of our kit cards, and then I will do a very, very quick alternative. She says, quick, yeah. You reckon? I do know what I'm doing. I mean, no, I'll rephrase that. I don't know what I'm doing. I have a plan. Right, so our 3 cards are, and they all have the same envelope, which is this lovely stripy one. So we've got 2 landscape and 1 portrait, and those are our cards. This one is truly simple. It's just some stickers and 1 bit of stamping. I mean, they're none of them complicated. This one's got the most stamping in. But yeah, aren't they cute? So that's them. That is those. And they're the North American A2 letter size, A2 card size. So they're slightly... Don't take this as an offence, please, anyone from North America. They're a little dumpier than our standard A6 card for those of us using international A4 paper. They are not as wide and not as tall, is probably the politically correct way of saying it. Right, I have got 2 bits of basic white, because I am going to put a liner in this card. I've got a balmy blue card base, I've got a Bermuda Bay layer, and I am going to bring in my bit of cardboard simply to protect my work surface, because it's new. And I do need to get some other stamps, so I need to clean what I've used, because I'm mostly, today, Matthew, I will mostly be using cogs. So, where did I put my stamps? There they are. I will be doing a robot, and I will be fussy cutting him. Just so you know. But what I'm basically looking for is my cogs. And let's get a baby. So let's get the back of my hand really red. This is actually like a button, this stamp. It's like a cog-shaped button. Okay, I have got, apart from Night and Navy, the 4 colours that are in the kit. So I've got Granny Apple Green, Balmy Blue, Pumpkin Pie and Bermuda Bay. I'm going to keep my Bermuda Bay for my robot, which will be going on a separate piece of card and fussy cut. And I'm going to use the other colours for my cogs. in no particular order. And I've got the sketch in my head is from this week's Global Design Project, which is a sketch challenge. And I thought, they've put flowers on the sketch, and I'm thinking, nah, let's use cogs, because we can celebrate that in Europe we finally have this kit. And it's also in Australia. I know this because I watched Kylie and Bruno. We may want some more of those, but for the moment I'm going to keep the pumpkin pie as done. So let's bring in Granny Apple Green. And I'm conscious that I'm going to have my robot in the middle. And on the Global Design Project sketch, the sorry, it's got a bit of fluff on it. The sketch has a sentiment in the middle, so I may or may not use the sentiment. Actually, I think I'm going to bring those down there, because I don't actually want them to be, you know, in an order. I just want them to be kind of random. So that's those. And I am deliberately going off, although actually I'm going to be trimming this piece down a bit because it's slightly large for what I want. But I would rather start with something larger and trim it than go the other way round. So I'm going to go back the other way now. Oh, it didn't dry. So I'm going to bring some more Granny Apple Green in. Have him just off the top there, and let's have it coming off the side there. The putting your block into the ink pad is optional. The weather was very kind for us on Sunday in that, hello Judy, in that the forecast was for it to be wet, and it was that kind of damp in the air but not actually wet. Made my hair go frizzy, but you know, there's a given. Humidity of any description does that for me. But yeah, basically it was very kind. I may not do that. I will do that. I think that's all I want, actually. Now I need my robot and a separate piece of paper. I've got to decide what colour my robot's going to be and which one he's going to be. Scrap. That looks like a robot-sized scrap, if I'm lucky, given that I'm going to fussy cut. Okay, I do fancy doing this chappy. Although this may not be a big enough scrap. I do have other bits of white card. Oh no, that's going to be perfect. Perfect! Right, so I'm going to go Bermuda Bay. That's what I was keeping the Bermuda Bay back for. So yes, we were very lucky. It poured with rain in kind of mid-evening. So it was about 7:30, 7:45. I'd gone to, in fact possibly a bit later, 8 o'clock. I'd gone to pick up so there's a smit at that side. Oh no, I don't like that side. Let's use this side then. The smit's probably going to get cut away or stamped over. Yes, I went to pick up a takeaway from our local Indian restaurant, which is about 5 minutes walk from where we live, and it's an amazing restaurant. And so that was for 7:15. So yeah, it was probably about 7:45 when the heavens opened, and I mean really opened. It was persisting down. So yes, we were very lucky. I must now take the bunting down. If my husband asks me one more time when I'm going to take the bunting down, bless him. He didn't want it up in the first place. I mean, it makes it sound like he's a killjoy. He's not. He's lovely. I very much love my husband. But yeah, he's not a great one for outward exuberance. It's just not his scene. I mean, I have to say, nor is it really mine. I've had to train myself to be more of an extrovert, because you can't really do YouTube videos like this and be an introvert. Doesn't kind of work. You have to be a bit nutty. So I have to embrace the madness, which is no bad thing. So this is not a difficult shape to fussy cut. It's basically just straight bits. It's going to be fun up there, but I have a cunning plan for up there. I'm not going into his spanners. Oh, and we had a house decorating competition, and which was basically why I put the bunting up. That and the fact that we live not in the middle of the village, and I just wanted to acknowledge that I was taking part in the competition. Not really, because it's not very great bunting. Anyway, I digress. The winner, oh my goodness, so deserved. They're a family that I think are relatively new to the village, but they yarn bombed their... Hello, Nora. They yarn bombed their front wall. Now, I don't know if yarn bombing is a thing everywhere, so let me explain for those of you who may not know what yarn bombing is. Basically, you just add knitted things, or crocheted often, more usually, to strange places. So one of the very, very popular yarn bombings in the UK is to yarn bomb your post box, so the Royal Mail post boxes, particularly the ones that have round tops, which ours in the village don't. And you yarn bomb with appropriate imagery. So lots of the post boxes around us have had royalty on the tops of their post boxes. Nutty is good. Been nutty for years. Absolutely, I agree. Nutty is perfect. It's just not something that comes naturally to me. I am quite an introvert. It's part of the reason I did amateur musical theatre, was to get out of that, because when I was working, I did lots of training, as in I trained people, and being nervous in front of your colleagues is not a good idea, particularly as some of them were very, very senior colleagues. Anyway, so yes, so this lady or family yarn bombed their front wall. So they had the Queen, a crown, corgi, lots of teacups and cakes, teapot. I mean, it was just amazing, really amazing. And so yes, she quite rightly won the prize. Right, so that is my robot, and I think I'm going to go for Let's Be Friends, because it's small. Because what I'm thinking is I could put it on a small piece of white and pop it in the middle. Are any of those bits going to be wide enough? I'm just throwing it. Oh, that's going to be wide enough. Just perfect. Right, I'm going to use pumpkin pie simply so it stands out. I know it's upside down. Doesn't actually matter, because I'm going to cut it out. Oh, actually, I will do it the other way up so that it's square at the bottom. That's one edge I don't have to worry about. There we go. And I am going to cut it as a rectangle. Just to make sure it's dry. made for it. I mean, probably was. Don't think this is going to be, you know, I don't think I'm going to be the only person that goes, oh look, let's be friends, fits in the middle of that robot. Bit of edge dimensional, and I think some googly eyes, probably pumpkin pie ones, wouldn't come amiss. Pumpkin pie googly eyes. Where are your googly eyes? There you are. And then it will be done. Well, I've got to trim things and, you know, stuff, but one googly eye, une autre googly eye. And I'm going to make it a very expensive card, because it already is, by popping that onto dimensionals. But I do need to cut down my card layer first. So, oh, I could possibly, is that going to be half a mini dimensional or an edge piece? There we go. Right, so, oh, and I need to stamp on the inside as well, which I will do momentarily. So I want to trim this down. I'm going to take 1/4 inch off each of a long side and a short side, and I'm going to go, so we're going to have 1/8 inch round the edge of our layer for the mat. So that's my liner. So this is going to go on there with some seal. Now tomorrow, Top Tip Tuesday, will be on Seal Plus. Last week was Seal. This coming week is Seal Plus. So if you want to see that, do remember that should be going live at 8 o'clock UK time tomorrow morning. So if you've ever wondered about Seal Plus, do look at that. And that will be a recorded video. And it will be on my website as well. So let's add this to this. Let's find out which. I must change the blade on my trimmer. I know I keep saying it. I've been sending out classes, which does rather get through your trimmer blades. I don't think I've changed my trimmer blade for, oh, it must be at least 6 months. They are jolly good, particularly if you don't press too hard. Or try and do what I do, which is to do more than one layer at once. Let's just defuzz that a bit. Whoops. Right, so that's that. Let's pop our robot on. This will then get posted onto my website tomorrow, I think. Might be later today. I have posted some of the missing lives onto my website, and they're scheduled, so they will be going in the next couple of weeks. I've actually covered up some of the cogs, but that's fine. So that's that, and then for the inside, I'm thinking I'm going to use slightly different colours, because the balmy blue is going to be very visible on the inside of the card, because it will be on the inside of the card. You're right. I should have done my Top Tip Tuesday today, Helen. Oh well, in which case it won't be today. It will be maybe later today. Don't you love that I am completely nutty? Don't even know what day of the week it is. Hey-ho, you are right, Helen. It's because we had a bank holiday. It always throws me when we have a bank holiday. I just can't... Yeah, it is definitely Tuesday, you're right. It's just we had a bank holiday, so of course I don't know what day of the week it is. I mean, come on, who knows what day of the week it is when there's been a bank holiday? Not me, obviously. Right, so that's all I'm putting on the inside of my card. Just a little bit of something to bring the outside to the inside. So I will be doing a top tip. Judy was confused. I'm not quite sure if she was confused because I was being dim or whether because of the bank holiday. Don't know where Judy is based, so... But yeah. Normally in the UK, our bank holidays are on Monday. So to have two bank holidays that are not on Monday is just ridiculous. Yeah, no, it's me, Steffi. Loving your videos, by the way, Steffi. You can run, but you can't hide. I've been watching some of them. She's been using up lots of old Stampin' Up papers in exciting ways. So there you are. There's my version of what to do with your stamps and any leftover googly eyes. And that I'm going to enter into the Global Design Project. Oh, it's Tuesday today. Right, okay, yeah. Yeah, so I am confusing everybody. So anyway, there you are. There's my robot card. Oh, dear Lord. I think I better go and have a lie down in a darkened room. Right, let me just flip the camera back up. Oh. No, they're great, Steffi. I have subscribed to your channel, no less. We have a holiday next Monday for the Queen's birthday. Well, you see, our Queen's birthday holiday was one of the ones we had over the weekend. Thank you, Helen. Let me just flip the camera back up so you can see all the madness in full glorious Technicolor. Thank you. Oh, I'm sticking to something. Thank you. I'm glad you like the card. It's, I say, the sketch is on the Global Design Project. So they do a weekly challenge. So go and have a look at that. Highly recommend it. They do colour, they do theme, they do sketch, they do case the designer, they do all sorts of things. So yes, have a look at that. But that will be my entry for that. And I will sort out doing a Top Tip Tuesday before the end of the week. So it may be Top Tip some other day of the week instead. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the madness, do give me... Absolutely, Jan, it's a given. Definitely need to get the box. If you've enjoyed the madness, do give me a thumbs up. If you want to share the video to Pinterest, that's lovely too. Share it anywhere you want to share it. But Pinterest is always good. I will be back again live and probably just as confused on Thursday, which is the day after tomorrow, honest, at 3 o'clock UK time. That's in the afternoon. And that's sort of it, really. Yes, and then Simple Stamping Saturday on Saturday. I'm going to go and find a darkened room and some more coffee, and I will see you all again very soon, I hope. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, however long that might be. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.